Hello everyone, and welcome to TechSphere Academy. Join us as we count down the top 5 tech news topics from this week. Stay with us to the end to see which story is number 1 this week. But for now, it's over to our reporter Mark to kick us off. Mark, what do you have for us this week?
Thanks, Amelia. Let's start our countdown at number 5 with a look at Amazon Web Services' announcement of its plans for a massive AI supercomputer called the Ultra Cluster, made up of hundreds of thousands of Trainium chips. This Ultra Cluster, part of Project Rainier, is set to be one of the largest in the world and will be used by AI startup Anthropic. Amazon recently invested an additional $4 billion in Anthropic, further solidifying their partnership. At the annual re:Invent conference in Las Vegas, AWS revealed a new server called Ultra Server, which links together 64 Trainium chips. Matt Garman, CEO of AWS, highlighted the competitive nature of the AI chip market dominated by NVIDIA. AWS aims to provide businesses with alternatives to NVIDIA's GPUs, decreasing their dependency on one supplier. Amazon's custom silicon efforts started before 2018, aiming to create lower-cost, capable hardware for its cloud customers. Annapurna Labs, based in Austin, Texas, is at the heart of Amazon's chip design, known for its innovative approach. AWS Trainium chips were developed for training AI models, with Trainium 2 and Trainium 3 offering significant improvements. Amazon's AI cluster is 5 times larger than Anthropic's previous setup, enhancing AI model training efficiency. The Ultra Server is designed to maximize processing power while maintaining manageable heat levels during operation. AWS' focus is not just on attracting customers away from NVIDIA but offering various hardware choices to meet diverse needs. Customers like Apple are already testing Trainium chips, with expectations of significant cost savings. Businesses are primarily concerned about leveraging AI models rather than the specifics of training models on different hardware. So now, let's see our number 4 story, and it's possibly the biggest of the year. A database linked to SL Data Services has exposed 644,869 sensitive records online. The records included personally identifiable information, property ownership details, vehicle records, court records, and background check documents, and they lacked password protection or encryption. 95% of the documents were labeled as background checks. Security researcher Jeremiah Fowler discovered the exposure and reported it to Website Planet. The documents contained full names, addresses, phone numbers, and employment information. Family members, social media accounts, and criminal record history provides a full profile of these individuals and raises concerning privacy considerations. Access to the database was restricted after Fowler notified SL Data Services. However, the number of records increased by over 150,000 during that week. The biggest concern surrounding the exposed data is the opportunity it creates for staging convincing phishing and social engineering attacks. A criminal can use the information to either impersonate or target an individual whose data was exposed in a background check document. Criminals can leverage personal information to target individuals effectively. Businesses that store personal information should consistently monitor access logs for suspicious activity such as mass viewing or downloading files. But who are SL Data Services? SL Data Services provide comprehensive real property reports for residential real estate across the U.S. However, some reviews suggest deceptive practices, whereby customers order a property report for $1 but were then charged up to $20 despite claiming not to have consented to a subscription. This is not the first instance this year of an information service provider failing to adequately secure its data. In August, a hacker dumped 2.7 billion data records from National Public Data on a dark web forum in one of the biggest breaches in history. Attackers gained initial access via Sister Properties Records Check, which hosted an archive of plain text usernames and passwords for different components of its site, including its administrator. Information service providers are prime targets for cyber attackers.
Thanks, Mark, for running down those 2 great stories this week. If you are enjoying this feature, hit the like button and subscribe to keep updated on all our new releases each week. Now it's over to our lead reporter, Jenny, to take us through the top 3 news stories.
So here we go, counting down the top 3 stories of the week. And at number 3 a story that involves a groundbreaking innovation. Now, we're shining a spotlight, literally, on a major leap forward in renewable energy. The buzz is all about perovskite solar cells, a revolutionary material that's already famous for being cheaper and more flexible than traditional silicon. Researchers have enhanced their efficiency to a record-breaking 23% and extended their lifespan by 66%. This means these solar cells can generate more energy and stay operational for far longer than ever before. Thanks to the lower production costs of perovskite solar cells, clean energy could become accessible to millions who previously couldn't afford it. This is a big deal for households around the globe, especially in developing regions where reliable electricity is scarce. With more affordable systems, families can have access to lighting, heating, and even internet, essential tools for education and work. Beyond individual homes, this technology can transform community infrastructure. Schools, hospitals, and public services in off-grid areas could be powered sustainably, reducing dependence on expensive diesel generators or unreliable grids. This isn't just about convenience, it's about empowering people and improving quality of life. By replacing fossil fuels with renewable solar energy, we can drastically cut greenhouse gas emissions. This helps mitigate climate change, reducing extreme weather events that affect millions of lives every year. With improved perovskite cells, large-scale solar farms could become more efficient, accelerating the transition to a cleaner energy future. Scientists incorporated a new stabilizing material that prevents the degradation usually seen with perovskite cells. This could revolutionize the energy game. With improved durability and efficiency, perovskite cells can help reduce the cost of solar installations. Imagine the possibilities: affordable solar panels for every household, sustainable energy in remote regions, and lightweight, portable solar solutions for emergencies. Solar power is key to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and combating climate change. This breakthrough brings us one step closer to a future where renewable energy is not just an option, it's the norm. Now, moving on to number 2 in our top 5 news stories. Intel Monday announced CEO Pat Gelsinger has resigned after a difficult stint at the company. The once dominant chipmaker's stock cratered as it missed the AI boom and was surpassed by most of its rivals. Gelsinger took over as Intel's chief executive in February 2021, returning to the company at which he worked for decades, including as chief technology officer. At Intel, Gelsinger was tasked with turning around the iconic American tech giant that was struggling against unprecedented competition, production delays and the departure of top talent. But during his tenure, the company's prospects continued to decline, as it became clear the company had fallen behind on another major technology wave, and despite billions of dollars in U.S. government spending to support its domestic chip manufacturing. The company announced in August that it would lay off 15% of its staff as part of an effort to slash $10 billion in costs and fundamentally change the way we operate, as Gelsinger said at the time. Intel once had a stranglehold on the world's computer chip market, with Intel chips inside PCs and Macs. But the mobile computing wave of the past 2 decades caught the company off guard, leaving it to fall behind rivals. Nvidia, which was once a tiny Intel competitor, is now the second most valuable company in the world after it bet big on chips that can power the massive data centers that power AI. Intel's struggles have raised questions about a potential takeover by a rival like Qualcomm. Gelsinger stepped down as CEO and resigned from Intel's board effective December 1, the company said Monday. David Zinsner, and Intel Products CEO, Michelle Johnston Holthaus, will temporarily serve as co-CEOs while the board searches for a new leader. While we have made significant progress in regaining manufacturing competitiveness and building the capabilities to be a world-class foundry, we know that we have much more work to do at the company and are committed to restoring investor confidence, Frank Yeary, Intel's independent board chair, who has been named interim executive chair following Gelsinger's exit, said in a statement. Intel's new co-CEOs will oversee a risky and expensive bid to transition the company's business model to manufacture processors for competitors like Apple. And finally, our top story of the week. Tesla is getting into the festive spirit early with an over-the-air update for its fleet of vehicles. The biggest news is a bespoke app for Apple Watch owners to remotely lock and unlock their vehicle. Drivers can now view battery charge, adjust climate controls, and open the frunk with their smartwatch. Mapping improvements allow drivers to set a desired energy level on arrival, adjusting charging stops accordingly. Estimated detour times have been introduced, intelligently adding time to the ETA for coffee or quick charges. A precipitation overlay shows live weather data visually at the destination in the form of a rain radar. Cybertruck owners can transform their avatar into Santa's sleigh complete with reindeer and elves. Tesla now allows custom wraps for the Cybertruck avatar, with options for preloaded and personal designs. Model 3, Model Y, and Model X owners can remotely schedule festive light shows via the Tesla app. But the best feature, in our opinion, is the new bum detection, fart on contact feature, creating a virtual whoopee cushion effect. FSD version 13.2 is being rolled out to trusted early testers, aiming for a wider rollout before the new year. Vehicles equipped with Tesla Hardware 4 will be able to run FSD from park to park autonomously. The update allows vehicles to perform 3-point turns and park themselves without driver input. Musk suggests unsupervised FSD will arrive by the second quarter of 2025, though some view this as ambitious. In the meantime, drivers must remain attentive, as the system still requires eyes on the road for safety.